Welcome to Dunndark.
And welcome back to Trick and Treat. Last time we got a very dark ending where basically everyone died. It kind of sucked. This time, well, I'm back. I got my cup of tea. I'm ready to get the penultimate ending. We have to trust Ashley. Like, finally, we have to believe and help her. And then maybe we can take down Lillian or something. So that everyone doesn't die. Which is understandable, that you'd want that. I can't ignore her petition. I know that she has not been the kindest girl, but somehow I think she's telling the truth. Okay, I'm gonna help you. But tell me, what should I do? I ask at the same time I look in her red eyes with determination. Ashley nods a couple of times. She seems pleased with my answer. It's simple, just share your feelings of love towards me. She now responds with more confidence. Can't help but sigh after hearing it. Sighing here is wrong. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Well, we just met each other. I do feel some empathy for you, but it wouldn't be right to call it love. I explain my frustration to her face. She asked too much from me. Ashley then places a hand against her lips, making a pensive gesture. I see. It's a feeling that cannot be achieved in a single night or day. Of course not. Of course not, silly cat. Have you never been in love? Well, there is one alternative, but I don't want to use it because it would do you harm. I blink, confused after hearing her. What is the alternative? I ask while staring her in the face. To suck your vitality as Lillian did, Ashley explains with a very serious look. She then diverts her gaze, feeling disgust at the simple idea. But I'm not gonna do it. If I remove the vital energy you'll have left, you'll die. Certainly I don't want that. Then, if you don't have enough energy to fight, what will you do? This is not looking good. If you don't have those feelings for me, there is not that much that can be done, replied Ashley, ending with a sigh of annoyance. Anyway, I will go face her, even if I have to give my life in the fight. She says it with so much simplicity that it seems that she doesn't care for her own life. Wait, is there really nothing I can do to help you? I interrupted immediately. I could not just let her go like that. At least I had to do something, however small that may be. How could you help me? The look Ashley gave me called me an idiot without saying a word. Now we're on the same team, I think that some things will simply never change. I stay silent for a moment, looking down while I think on a solution. Ashley stares at me impatiently. I don't feel love towards you, but once I felt it for someone else. I could try to remember those feelings so that you can use them as energy. Ashley thinks deeply for a moment. I guess it's worth a try, she says, not sounding very convinced, but it was certainly better than nothing. After that, two of us stare at each other's eyes for a couple of seconds without saying a word. Then we divert our looks for at the same time, embarrassed. We're acting like kids. Are you ready? Ashley asked almost lovingly. It's easy to notice she was taking this very seriously. I nod. Yes, whenever you want, we can start. I replied, before closing my eyes and trying with all my heart to revive that image. Suddenly, Ashley holds my hands. Even with my eyes closed, I can feel her presence near. That enough makes me somewhat nervous, but I have to relax. I exhale, letting my concerns go out with my breath. Her hands softly caress mine to help me relax. Then I start to remember something that happened many years in the past. It happened when I was young. Every summer, I would go to my grandparents' house to visit them. I didn't like it because they had nothing fun there. Only an old TV and dusty books that I had no interest in reading. However, whenever I went there, I could see her. A girl with brown long hair who always had a cute dress. When I saw her for the first time, I felt a strange fascination for her fragile and inexplicable beauty. I watched her at a distance without knowing what this feeling was. I only know that something in her called for me. It was more than just beautiful. Her beauty was something with many layers, with many facets. Her gestures, her expressions, her way of playing, they were all beautiful. Finally, I had the courage to ask her to play together. Not even thinking about it, she told me yes. All that afternoon we spent playing, until it inevitably began to get dark. She was a simple girl, enjoying playing with someone else, but I could still not remove my eyes from her. When the day ended, she said goodbye to me with a radiant smile. I had forgotten it, how beautiful it was, how astonished I was after seeing it. After that day, I never got to see her again. Last thing I knew, that her family moved to another country. I do not know if that was a predestined love or just experienced feelings confused with something new. Without a doubt, it was beautiful. I do not want to forget it again, never again. Thoughts. R.I.P. the childhood friend. Gee, you know, that's what they say. Childhood friend never wins. Then, unexpectedly, I feel Ashley giving me a shy kiss on the lips. It was ethereal, only lasted enough for me to feel it, to know that it was real. Wrong button. But at the same time, the shyness gave it a special beauty. It was a sweet kiss, where no words to describe it. I opened my eyes, finding Ashley one step away from me, completely blushing as she looked away from me. Aww, Ashley. Lots of dots. She is silent, but she doesn't look angry in the least. Her red eyes are gentle, although embarrassed. Are you alright? I ask with kindness while I look at her. My heart is calmed, quickly after the kiss. I don't show it, but somehow I feel liberated, lighter. Ashley turns her head to look me in the eye. Yes, thank you, she says with shyness. However, she then breathes deep and magically recovers her proud attitude. I believe this will be enough to stop her. The plan was a success. I'm really pleased. That's fantastic to hear. Ashley closes her eyes and nods a couple of times. When she is not scolding me, I must confess that she is very cute. Anyways, we can't wait any longer. Every second we talk, Lillian must be using it to plan her revenge. We have to go now and stop her. Ashley explains, acting with complete seriousness. A little break had ended. Yes, let's go, was my short response, overflowing with determination. Oh yes, her kiss fills you with determination. Is this Undertale? There is no more to say. I gotta have my tea, or my voice will just die. 3:40 a.m. The way back to the cabin feels short this time. Before I knew it, it was in front of my eyes. Lillian is outside, next to the door. She was waiting for us. Brave knight, I see you have finally came, she said with a confident smile. Her attitude is very different from the first time I saw her. Just looking at her, I'm not sure of it. I'm sure of it. She ain't any innocent soul. It's a shame to see you with that woman. I had hopes for you. Axel won't be fooled by you again, Ashley replied, talking in my place. At that moment I see Lillian making a grimace of disgust, but she soon recovers her look of confidence. I wanted Axel to be my companion since he kindly came to rescue me, but oh well, it's not important. I already got enough energy from him. With that alone, I have surpassed you. Finally, I'll be able to get rid of you, Ashley. Said Ashley, pronouncing her name with a mocking tone, while giving a malicious smile. Her victory was in the palm of her hand. Ashley instantly roars furious. We won't know until you try it. After saying that, she crosses her arms with pride. Once I beat you, nothing will stop me from completing my revenge. Why do you want to do that? It's been far too long. The people who hurt you are already gone. And not even the memory of the crime committed exists here anymore. It's just a village of innocent people. It's fair. You're right, but someone has to suffer. Well, clearly, I mean, you have to have someone suffer. You can't just have no one suffer. I mean, that wouldn't do. Responded Lillian without hesitation, not doubting for a single moment, leaving me completely cold. After seeing my reaction to her answer, she directed a evil smile at me, right as if her words had meant nothing. That makes me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. And what do you win by doing that? I yell at the same time. I close my hands in the fist. I simply couldn't accept it. It was too much. I want them to suffer like I suffer. Like I suffer. Like I did. If I don't make them suffer, then who will? Who will be the carrier of the hate that every day eats at me from the inside like parasites, which sicken me and deform me? The attempt on my life has left me scarred and deformed. Now, you see, that's a prequel meme right there. Lillian pauses. It's unfair that I continue to suffer while they are innocent. Lillian then speaks out at the same time. She hits her chest, showing how much that meant to her. She's pounding her chest like, This is more than pain. This is the proof of my existence. I see. If I suffer, then I exist. Isn't that something Descartes said? She pauses and exhales, calming herself. Anyways, enough with speeches. Yeah, I mean, geez. This game and it's monologuing. I mean, seriously. I will end you and then bring my revenge out to the townspeople. Oh, got a little piano here. Then, without saying anything more, the battle between the two began. It was something that my mind could not comprehend. It was a show of power and magic that deformed reality itself. Ashley attacks repeatedly, firing a strange translucent power, as if hot air. Just from seeing it, I know that it has enough strength to knock down a house, but Lillian doesn't even blink. She calmly moves a hand, creating a barrier that reflects her attacks each time. Interestingly, it was Ashley who was most active. She attacked? No one says attacked. Incessantly. Do people say attacked? People say that? Now I'm questioning myself here from many different angles. While Lillian stays still, reflecting her attacks and fighting back, always with a smile on her face. After seeing those attacks will not have any effect on Ashley, will not have any effect, period, comma, whatever, Ashley changes strategy. Ooh, transform! Ooh, cool. The transformation sequence. This isn't even my final form. She transforms herself into an imaginary white beast, charges against Lillian. However, Lillian transforms her body, just like her, into an unknown dark being, and resists her attack. So it's it's light versus dark, I see. A little symbolism you got there. Ashley regains her human form, making a grimace of disgust. Both had wounds after this confrontation, but then, before my eyes, I saw that they placed their hands on their wounds and healed them magically. Apparently, the two have the same powers. The only thing different was their personalities. There are simply no words to describe it. At least, my mind was not able to find them. I only know that during the fight, neither of the two seemed to have an advantage over one or the other. Everything indicated it was an even match. On several occasions, beheld bright and colorful lights, superhuman abilities, multiplication of bodies, teleportation. Dang, this is some real crazy Dragon Ball Z going on here. Healing, transformation, and many other powers that seem to come out of a fairy tale. combat seems to last forever. Every second, every attack, and every defense were loaded with so much tension and emotion that time has simply disappeared from me. The only thing that captured my attention was seeing the two girls fighting in such a fantastic way. Finally, after a known time, both fall. Did they both die at the same time? On the ground, bloody, they look into each other's eyes. The blue eyes beheld the red ones, and vice versa. Both of them smile. Ashley proudly, Lillian with irony. It seemed that the two were anticipating that end. You did very well. I didn't expect it, Lillian said with honesty. You doubted of me, stupid girl. Ashley replied with arrogance, even though her lips were stained with blood. Lillian then shows us a smile full of malice. You always have been like that. Even a mutual death you consider a victory. You really are an idiot. You should be more selfish. Strange, but she does not sound angry in the least. You may be right, but all I wanted to do was to stop you, replied Ashley, proud of herself. There was not a hint of regret in her words. Okay, I accept my defeat, but in these last moments of my life, I want to be in peace with you. Is that okay? Lily responded with a friendly smile. To be honest, I was gonna say the same thing, Ashley said with an ironic smile. I silently watch as they both talk, feeling a strange fascination mixed in with an unmistakable feeling of sadness. I just met them this evening, but somehow it pains me to see them like that. Somehow I formed a bond with them. It was then that I slowly start to see them disappear. Suddenly, the two turned to set their eyes on me, giving me one last smile. Goodbye, noble knight. I confessed I enjoyed kissing you. It wasn't all an act, Lillian said, looking at me with a tenderness that breaks my heart. Aww. Thoughts. You know, this game, it makes you feel bad for a mass murder. Isn't that nice? Isn't that great? What is this game? It's silly. Thank you, Ashley. I could not help but feel nostalgia at that moment. I knew this was going to be our last goodbye. Even if I didn't want to admit it, that was her fate. Is it alright for it to end like this? Don't worry. Oh, wrong voice. Don't worry, everything will be fine now. Finally, my reason for existing has been fulfilled. I have no regrets. Then, this is our goodbye. Yes. Aw. Suddenly, she recovers a proud attitude. However, this time, it was different. She was happy. Really happy. It was a pleasure to meet you, stupid human. Ashley said with the current arrogance as always, but now instead of danger, it made me feel like I was about to cry. It was fun to meet you, said both. Said the two surprisingly in union. Those were their last words. Some interesting last words. Aw. Am I supposed to feel bad about them? Or is that like... I mean, I guess maybe Ashley I should feel bad about, but like, should I feel bad about Lillian? I mean, I don't know. She's not a very good person, it seems. That's one way to put it. That's understating it. Then they disappear. Dispersed in the form of particles of light, as if small fireflies were escaping from their bodies, with a beautiful but depressing color. Without thinking, I run towards them. Even if I couldn't do anything, I wanted to touch them one last time, but the only thing my hands were able to reach were the particles of light. That slip between my fingers, as if that slip out between my fingers. Oh, there are particles of light that slip out. It's one sentence, I see. That slip out between my fingers, as if they were water. Then see the lights rise, higher and higher, until it disappears in the night sky. Lots of dots. I did it. I'm a hero. I'm the one who finally broke the curse. Now, no one else will be trapped by it. But then, why do I have this face? Why do I have this face that looks as if it wants to cry, but has no tears. Why do I feel so terribly bad? Life is more important than just victories or defeats. That night, I learned it in the best way. I can't pronounce way as way. No one says that. 4 a.m. Yeah, you gotta emphasize the H, right? In way. Finally get out of the forest. And it was almost morning. It's like from Family Guy. You have to have the cool whip. Axel! Is this the same as always? Suddenly. Oh, I guess both times we saw this it was slightly different anyway. Like, the time where he lost his memory and the time where he escaped by running away from the cat. So that's fair. Suddenly, I hear someone calling my name, but it isn't a strange voice. It's the voice of my friends who are looking for me. Hey, over here! Hey, over here! Try shouting. I shout without hesitation, with a bit of clumsiness because of my confusion. Soon, they found me and patiently ran towards me. Oh, where were you? I forget. That's a girl voice. What's Steven's voice again now? We haven't done his voice in a while, it feels like. Where were you? That worry was killing us. Steven said with a face I don't even remember having ever seen before. Before answering, I rubbed my forehead. I couldn't find the forest's exit. Alfred was about to say something, but before that, I interrupt him. Wait, what? It has the Alfred, and then Alfred was... Is Alfred talking about himself in the third person, or is that a mislabeled text? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was just lost. The important thing is that we were all safe. Yeah, you're right. I knew they wouldn't believe my story, even if I told them, so I didn't bother to do so. And so, as long as it happened, the night was left behind, being replaced by boring days, almost identical days. But at least I had achieved our goal. I had a night worthy of remembering. 9 a.m., November 15th. Oh, so this one also has an epilogue. Interesting. Is this supposed to be a blue sky or like a corrupted computer background? Like with the weird mix of blue and purple pixels. Several days have passed since then. It's fair. Suddenly, I see a cat walk by. Ashley? I asked without even thinking. She turns to me, look at me, confused, but of course, she could not be who I spoke of. Cat seemed oddly friendly with humans. She observes me with shyness, but doesn't growl at me. Without much thought, I decide to adopt her. Maybe in hopes Ashley would come back someday, even if it was an impossible desire. Having this cute cat will make me remember Ashley forever. It might have been just a night, but it was an experience I'll never forget. I hold the cat in my hands. She actually looks happy for having a new owner. Seeing her like that makes me smile. Without a doubt, you will be in good company. So you adopt a cat. And that's what you learned, to be nice to cats. There you go, that's the moral of the story. Remember that, viewers. Oh, this is a fin, but it's not a red fin. So are like the red fins supposed to be when we die? I'm kind of confused about that. It's just like... oh yeah, and then here's the credits again. Okay. Okay, well that's a lot more of a good end than the previous ends, I see. So, in this ending, we've ended the curse of the forest, and we've escaped alive. That's good. On the downside, our poor friend Ashley died, so that's pretty sad. But yeah, that seems like one of the better endings. I mean, I get that. Okay. I guess I can't skip this. It's okay. It's not that long. Thank you for making the game, Mr. Eternal Knight. I appreciate it. Best Spanish VN I've ever played. Oh, yeah, okay. So, that ending was, let's see what ending it was. It was, what's it called? So, Ashley, at the end of the curse. Okay, so I'm going to cut that off here. Well, I'll see, basically. If the next one is, long enough to make an episode out of it, I'll cut it off here. Otherwise, I'll combine these two into one episode. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time.